What is up, guys? Welcome back to another hunt here. We're at the Target. Had my friend with me again. We were coming up on the aisle and we see this little in display. So we had to check through this one, of course. He takes the phone and records while I show off a little bit. We got that 2017 Ford GT. And then, of course, we're going to get the Mazda Savannah going on. And I do pull out this bike that I enjoy, the Scrambler bike. Drop a few, that is the signature. And then we had the really nice Porsche. I had the pile already adding up there. I bring this bad boy out, but then I realized that I got that on the last hunt, so there, that goes back on. But we had the Supra, new for 2021. I really liked that one. We had the J case, a little bit of H mixed in there, but we got J mostly, so some pretty decent new Hot Wheels going on. Then we pick through and find the Dodge from the race team, Hot Wheels race team. Had to pick that one up. We went through the bottom here, just trying to see what we could find. And then everything was adding up at the bottom. It took a little bit on the top to actually find something, but there we go. Finally found one. The Ford Mustang Coupe. Of course, I'm a big fan of the Mustang. And then we pull this one out. The Nissan Skyline. Another one added. Really nice to see this little display going on. Probably picked through a little bit, but I still had a decent pile going. So there we go. I picked them up and we go to the actual aisle. And right when we got there, I could tell they would not have much. So there it is. A bunch of fantasies just right up front. So I just do a quick little flick through. There I am again showing displeasure. But at least we had the in display. But again, nothing much in the actual aisle. That tends to be the case, it seems. So once we get done here, we definitely go down. We walk a little bit looking for NASCAR. We see what we got going on. Nothing. Then we get to the NASCAR, and they're pretty loaded up. Target's usually pretty good, so they had the Wave 3 for 2021 with all the 2021 cars, but I have most of them already. But of course I pulled down the Chase Elliott champion car. Had to get that one. And you'll see later on that I actually get it again. But here's the Hooters that I've already got from last year. But they were definitely loaded up. I pulled down the Harvick because it was the only one that I haven't really got yet in the Gold Series, but chose not to get it. But I definitely got the Chase Elliott to commemorate his championship. As a big Chase Elliott fan, just had to do that. I'm glad it got a little bit of special packaging just with the championship logo on it and the car itself up top. But here we go. He pointed out how the Matchbox was pretty stacked up, so I looked through them. But a bunch of them were the exact same one or two trucks. But I looked real quick. Nothing. They were all the exact same. But I did end up finding one that just stood out. I checked that one out real quick because it was different. But there we go. The one that stood out and the one I had to get was the police car, of course. The Ford Police Interceptor. I love the police cars. Matchbox, really good for getting those police cars going. But all the rest were almost the exact same two trucks, just over and over and over. I'd say about 10 or 15 of each. But I had that Chase Elliott and I had the Matchbox coming over here to the pile. And we go over them real quick. Just put them all up before we wrapped up at Target and moved on to the next spot. So there we go. Got one Matchbox, one NASCAR, and 8 Hot Wheels. And here we are at the next spot. And sorry, this one's a bit choppy, but the local mall has really bad service. So this one is a bit choppy, but we were just here for the NASCAR Diecast. They're usually pretty up to date. So there we go. I see the Chase Elliott Championship car that I end up getting. So I got the Authentic and the Gold Series. We got all the new Jimmy Johnsons that just came out. The 2021s a little bit. The Blaney's, the Almirola. They had the Harvick, Hunt Brothers Pizza. But I ended up passing on that one as well. They had the Logano 2021. Just a mix and match of the last 3 or 4 years. They had the Dover win for Justin Allgaier. They had the 23 for Brett Moffitt from last year. And then I had to pick that one up, Spencer Boyd. But just a decent selection of the last 3 or 4 years. And then I was just kind of doing my own thing. He was holding the camera. Just trying to see what I could find. The William Byron Darlington. I was debating getting it, and I honestly forgot if I had it or not. But I don't think I do. I passed on it. And then I looked on the bottom row here just to see what they had. A few good ones. Then he goes around and shows the 124s. Just a bunch of random 124s they had, but they do have the icon Jeff Gordon. That's great. A Casey Kane back there. The Blaney, I think, back there. He goes to the other side, and that is not NASCAR related, but, you know, go Dolphins, I guess. So, back to the NASCAR, we had some 2021s there he shows. And there's the Dover win for Allgaier that I was debating on also. But like I said, I get the Chase Elliott, and there's the Harvick, again, that I was debating on. But I just figured I would wait for a little bit of a cooler ride because, you know, Busch gets those great rides later on in the season. So I'll just wait for one of those and not handle the Hunt Brothers and Mobil 1. But there's that Kyle Busch Interstate Batteries. I did end up picking that one up. 30th anniversary. So that's a decent one to have. One more look down low. They had pretty good ones. He kept pointing out the ones he thought were cool. His dream school is Liberty University. So he picked that one up from being upside down, and he got pretty excited for it. The William Byron. But they had all the new Jimmy Johnsons. The Elliott Championship car again that I do end up getting in both Authentics and Gold Series. Because I think that the packaging on both is pretty nice to commemorate the championship. As a big fan, I had to pick them up. Had to get both. And that will do it for this one. We show the thumbs up. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe for more.